So now that I have finally reviewed seasons 1 and 2 in 1 week, well, I think it was in 1 week, it's time to move on to season 3. Now, Stranger Things 3 is a really fan favorite season because I keep seeing people on the internet and on public with people just go like, "Oh, season 3 is the best season. I freaking love Stranger Things 3." What about me? I love it. It's better than season 2, but I don't think it's as good as the original. Before the review starts, if you're enjoying this video, leave a like and then tell me your opinion on Stranger Things 3 in the comment section down below. What do you think of it? You love it? You think it's the best one? Do you think it's one of the weaker ones? I love to hear your opinion down below in the comment section. Also, consider clicking the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you can get notified when I upload my season 4 review. With that said, let's get started. Now, Stranger Things 3 takes place 1 year after season 2. This time, it's not a Halloween season, it's a summer season because it takes place in the summer of 1985. It's been a year, and the characters have been living quite the happy life. There was no upside down shenanigans, they were just chilling. But that all starts to change because Will senses that the Mind Flayer is back. And he's right because it is back. But this time he possessed Max's brother Billy from the previous season. And now the Mind Flayer and Billy are currently planning to build something huge that could potentially destroy all Hawkins. While those shenanigans occur, Dustin has returned from summer camp and has discovered a weird Russian message. Now, in order to make a great Stranger Things season, you gotta have those core elements of what made the first two great. And season 3 does have that. The heart is still there. The characters are still there. They're still likable. It's still funny. And it still captures the 80s aesthetic that has become such a huge part of Stranger Things. And also, this has a weird new touch to it because it doesn't take place on the fall, it takes place on the summer. And you really do get that feel of the summer. And overall, that summer vibe provides some nice entertainment and enjoyment out of the season. Another great thing about season 3 is that my main issue with season 2 is that it felt inconsistent because of that episode 7, The Lost Sister. Season 3 doesn't have any episodes like that. And because of that, it's consistent throughout all the episodes, and that's a great thing. Although I do personally prefer the more simple story and the heart of the first season, I still gotta praise season 3 because it's also a great season. It does get more emotional, and it has a sense of growing up, that these characters are all growing up. They're no longer kids, they're now teens. You can see that with Will because he's so conflicted that everyone's growing up, everyone's getting girlfriends, everyone's trying to move forward, while Will just wants things to be like in the past, and he just wants to play D&D with his friends while his friends are not really in the mood of that. See, that's some really interesting, deep, and mature stuff that is told very well in this season. Plus, we get to see Steve and Dustin together again, and like I said in the season 2 review, they're both great. They're the greatest doing Stranger Things, and you have some new characters with them. We got Robin, and we get to see Erica, who appeared on season 2, but she's given a bigger role. And they're both welcome characters, and they're both really funny. Also need to mention Murray from the second season. Just like Erica, he didn't really have a big role, but then he was brought back and given a bigger role. And again, he is also funny. Like, he has some of the funniest jokes in this season. You also get introduced to a new character named Alexei, who's this Russian scientist who is kind of naive and has like a child wonder like spirit. Like, it's like he has the brain of a child, and you get to see that in some of his scenes. But overall, the old characters are still great as always. They're still funny, they're still emotional, still likable, and the new characters are welcome additions and really test the characters, whether it's comedically or mentally. Especially the Terminator knockoff character that is quite the big challenge to Hopper. Like, seriously, Hopper got beaten the crap by this guy. Season 2 was a lot darker, but Season 3 is a lot more lighthearted because of the summer aesthetic, yet it surprisingly is really gruesome because people literally walk up to the Mind Flayer and turn into blobs of carnage. It's really creepy. Like, I gasped when I watched that. And yes, it does sound weird that Russians out of nowhere get involved in this plot, and now there's this machine that can open up the portal to the Upside Down and stuff like that. Yeah, it's silly. I found this really dumb and silly, but it does work because it's Stranger Things. It does fit in well with the context of the show, especially since Stranger Things the idea for the show was based on the Cold War. So I think it does make sense. I'll give that a pass. And look, I don't think the Russian stuff in the season is bad. It's not bad. I do enjoy it. It does give this kind of a nice sense of spy espionage touch to the season with the Scoops Ahoy troop trying to discover who these Russians are and trying to investigate their plan, or it's just Joyce and Hopper also trying to figure out what's going on with the electromagnetic field stuff. Yeah, I do think the Russian stuff does give it a nice spy espionage touch to the tone of the season. Another thing I want to talk about this season is Billy. Now, Billy is another character that appeared in the second season, yet didn't really have a big role, but you did see that he's such a jerk, really abusive brother, and you get this one scene with his dad where you do understand why he's like this, and you feel a bit bad for him. And they really get a lot deeper and explain more of that in season 3, where you do feel bad for him. I feel bad for Billy, but yet I can't forgive him for being such a jerk. And he does get some nice emotional scenes at the end of the season in the last few episodes. And I think everything pays off well in the finale. Now, Stranger Things finales, I think they're all great. Season 3 is considered to be one of the more emotional season finales, and I can see that because it is really emotional. Everything comes to full circle, that everything was set up in this season, and you also get some nice little redemption moments, nice emotional moments, and some really heartbreaking scenes, if you know, you know. And plus we get some great action. Plus the visuals look great. Like, the visuals looked good in the previous seasons, but season 3 has some amazing visuals when it comes to the Mind Flayer or the weird effects with the humans turning into blobs and stuff like that. There's some great effects. There's some great use of effects there, and I think they look great. It also has some nice colorful touch to it, whether it's in Starcourt Mall or is it in the Upside Down. I think this is by far the most colorful season in Stranger Things. And it always gets bonus points if it looks colorful, because I love it when movies or shows look colorful. It just gives that sense of wonder and awe. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about season 3. Sorry if this felt a bit too short, but overall that's all I gotta say. It's a great season. It's an amazing, fun, energetic, funny season that you can have such a good time with. Probably the most entertaining season out of the entire show, and I can see why people love it. It carries what makes the first 2 seasons great, but yet it adds but because it takes place in the summer, it gives it a nice fresh twist to it. And it also has some really great emotional, gut-wrenching moments. Overall, I want to give season 3 a 9.5 out of 10. I love it, better than season 2, but I don't think it's as better as the first season. I still love it though. So now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this review, leave a like and comment down below what do you think of season 3. And also, consider clicking the subscribe button and also turning on the notification bell so you can get notified when I upload my next Stranger Things review for season 4, which will come out next week. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.